Hey, what's up? I look terrible. I didn't even bother to get ready. Clean my glasses so I can see. I'll wait a couple of minutes for everybody to come in. So there's been a lot of things that I've found. Kaylee gone. Hey Jay, how are you? Kaylee gone. I think it's pronounced Salves. Kaylee Gonsalves' dad. He did an interview with like Good Morning America, so I've watched that. Xana's obituaries out. There is an interview with the prosecutor. There's all kinds of stuff that we can go over. So I just figured, hey, Abra. Hey, Allie. All right. I had the worst day. I didn't even have time to get ready. I just kind of like, I was gaming because I was pissed off because I woke up this morning. Well, I woke up, I took my kid to school, and then I took a nap, and I like woke up from my nap with like the worst pain ever. And I threw up, and then I was fine. I don't know what it was, but like my stomach was just hurting. And then I get an email for my job. So listen to this fuck shit they pulled. Thank you. I don't feel pretty right now, but thank you. Okay, Parker. And then I was at my job. So like the past few weeks, I've felt like something was going to happen because in my job, they rent out other spaces in my job, and they were kicking people out of those rented spaces. So I was like, I wonder why they're doing this. Like, so it's like, and then everyone started asking, like, are they closing? And I was like, I don't know, they haven't said anything to me. Well, they sent an email today basically just saying, like, we're closed as of today. All of our buildings, and the pandemic has really done a like really screwed them over, and like that's that. So like literally the day of, they're like, yeah, like we're closing, bye, and like lock the doors. I didn't even see the email, but I got a text from a manager. He was just like, hey, I'm not sure if you heard yet, but the news dropped last night that we're closing. Today's the last day. Obviously, they didn't give us any warning. I only found out when the email was sent out last night. I'm like, well, damn. Thanks. So, yeah, that's that. So it's been a crappy day. But on the bright side, my birthday is Saturday, so that's a plus. We can do something fun. Hey, Jen. I had a headache this morning, Elsa. Oh, that sucks. I don't know what was wrong with me this morning. It was like my abdomen was like contracting really hard, and I woke up like, what the heck? It like woke me up out of my sleep, and I threw up, and I felt fine. I think maybe I ate. So my mom got me this like, there's like, thank you, Abra. You got your Red Bull too. I love Red Bull. If y'all can't tell, I have them like every live. I just love the taste of sugar-free. I even drink them at night. Like, well, I drink about a big one in the morning, and then if I do a live, I usually drink one later just to kind of like keep me going, I guess. Okay, Allie. Yeah, sorry, I haven't even got a chance to look at that. So yeah, I forget what I was talking about. Oh yeah, my birthday's on Saturday, so that's a plus. You're drinking one too. Well, good. I'm not the only one who drinks them late at night. I feel a little like, why am I doing this? Because I don't need to drink this right now, but I just, like, they don't really do anything for me anyway. Also, does anybody play the game Ground It? Because if you do, come join my world and help me. I've been like, I love this game. So imagine like you are, so I have Xbox Game Pass. It's only like $15. Do you have Ground It, Boston? You can play with me. Do you have Game Pass? It's on Game Pass. You have Xbox, don't you? Hold on one second. Yeah. So it's on Game Pass. But anyway, I'll be back on camera in a second. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Think that. And it's like you're a little person in your home backyard and you're trying to get back home. It's called Grounded. If you have Xbox Game Pass, you can play and you can join my world and we can play together. So you're like in this backyard world and you got to explore the yard and you got to like find the sandbox and kill ants and bugs. And it's really fun. All right, yeah, download it. And then you can join and you can play with me. You have it? Sarah, well, come play with me. So anyway, I'll have to send you, if you have it, then yes, play with me too. It's not hard. Like, it's not a hard game to play. You like you walk around and I mean you have to like craft your weapon. So like, all right, you make like an axe, and then you get an axe, and then you cut down grass with it, and then you have to research. He was right. Yeah, he's really good at COD, actually. He plays super fast. It sounds so cute. I know, I'm like 5. I'm like talking about like a kid's game, like how excited I am. My hubby is COD all day. Well, he plays horror games with me because I like horror games, but and he streams, so he tries to like switch it up, or he'll do like right now he's between God of War, the Gotham Knights, and some horror games. He made like a little Dragon Roja. I've never heard that. Hey, Crystal Ann. Oh, you don't have it. Well, you can play Grounded if you have Steam on the computer. Like, I play on my computer. But you can play, I play on Xbox Game Pass on my computer. Yeah, Dead by Daylight's a fun game. I've played that. I think so. I think Gotham is tomorrow. And then on Saturday, I think we play horror games. The horror games are really funny because, well, Dave doesn't get phased, but I do. And I'm like, like screaming. And we were playing with these 2 girls who were so scared. And we were dead and they had to like finish the game for us. It was funny. You can only play Mario. I'm not good. I'm better on keyboard and mouse than I am on a controller. I can't play like first-person shooter games on the controller because I will get my joysticks and I'll be like, I can't like control if it goes up or down. I'm just, I'm not very good at moving 2 joysticks at one time and pressing buttons. It's just like too much for me. But I can do like keys and the mouse. It's easier that way. I don't know why, but it is. But anyway, so Grounded, it's not like a hard game, and it's like you have to explore the backyard. Like there's a pond, there's ant hills you have to go in. You have to fight spiders and stink bugs, and then there's the hedges, and you got to like climb on the branches in the hedges find these labs throughout the game, but you can't get into the labs until you find certain things. So I do love Mario. Like I've always loved the easy paddles where you just have like 2 buttons. Oh yeah, we play Phasmophobia all the time. We play Phasmophobia, Devour. Devour's kind of like the new one we're playing, and we play Ghost Watchers, which is similar to Phasmophobia. It's like I think I might even still have a Phasmophobia gaming video in the beginning of my channel. I'm not sure if I deleted it or not because people didn't like that I had because I was streaming when I would play a game on my channel, but people who wanted to see true crime apparently didn't like it, so they would unsubscribe. So I might have deleted it, but it might be still there. But yeah, it's of me playing Phasmophobia. You like how I say Mario? Do I say it weird? Yeah, that's like how Grounded is. There's so many like secret things. And it's so fun. And like you go in the pond and there's like giant koi fish because you're like you're like the size of an ant. So you have to like navigate the backyard as like the size of an ant. And you could play up to 4 people. So if anyone has it, let me know. And you don't have a PC? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, Phasmophobia is lots of fun. I was thinking about getting the Steam Deck. It's like a Switch for Steam, and you can play all the Steam games on the deck, but it's like $500. So now that I don't have a job, well, we'll wait. Fuckers. I'm still mad about that. Like, you could at least gave me a friggin' heads up that it was like coming, so I could have like figured shit out. You know what I mean? You use the Switch? I just got one for my son for Christmas. So I'll have a Switch too. Can you play? All right. So with the Switch, can you play with people online, or can you only play with people at home? Because I can play games with people with the Switch now, because I'll have it. See, my son's not really a gamer though. He's like an outdoorsy kid. Like he wants to go fishing. He wants to catch frogs. He wants to look up lizards, and he's so not like a gamey kid, He likes his tablet. Like he'll watch it at night, Right, Jay? Right? I know. It is the worst time. I'm pissed. Like you could have waited till after the holidays, for fuck's sake, for real. Excuse my language, but so it's fun. He was like, okay, so I can play with people. Yeah. No, they are dicks for sure. Like they didn't even give us, they just like were like, surprise, we're closed today. See ya. Bye. Like they didn't even, and I feel like they did it because they didn't want people to catch on and like not show up, but still, that's so corny. As long as it's connected to online, you can play with people. That's cool, because he was like, he has a lot of friends who are into gaming, and he kind of like asked about it because his friends play, but he's like, I don't know if I want it. I'm like, I'll just get it for him anyway. Your son, all he does is game. Yeah, I go fishing like 4 times a week in the summer because my kid just like wants to go fishing every damn day. Either that or we're going to like frog ponds that we find and with a giant net and a bucket. He's having me out there catching frogs. We go out at night when the frogs come out, and we wear those like, those like headbands that you wear in your head. We wear them and go frog hunting. Or he's down the shore, either one. Or down the shore is the beach. I keep thinking people know what that means, and it's a Philly thing. Yeah, he loves it. Oh, he'll walk into the water like a foot deep and just start casting it. Like he has no like, I don't know, he don't care. He gives no F's. Your dad took you fishing one time. My dad used to take me fishing all the time, so I know how to fish. I just, I go. I don't know if I enjoy it too much, but my hubby and him do. So they're always down for a good fishing day. Definitely. So I pulled up a bunch of stuff that we can look at. So Brian, and I want to watch. No. Let me find it. I want to watch Kaylee Gonsalves dad interview. I found it. Yes, little boys deserve their mamas interacting outdoors with them. Unless they're just not outdoorsy kids, but I try and push my kid to be an outdoorsy kid because the times have changed, you know? And it's good to make sure they don't get too caught up in the tablet and stuff. He does like his tablet. So he uses my YouTube account. And every time I log in, he's just learned how to like and subscribe. So now when I go through my subscriptions, like I'm on sorry, hold on. I was gonna read them off to you when I clicked on shorts and it started talking. Give me a second. You gotta hear all these people that he adds to my thing. How do I? Oh, here we go. Jordan Matter. I have no idea who that is. Jeremy Hutchins. Dominic Brack. The Stokes Twins. Ben Aislar. It's always guys who do like those crazy things. They're like rich and they like, you know, do some crazy challenge for a Lamborghini. He loves that shit. I don't know why. Or like reptile outdoors, you guys. Brent Riviera. I built a shelter in the middle of nowhere. Fanatic. He's a guy who does like fishing stuff. I mean, he's subscribed to like 1 million people. And now my suggestions are all like young kid stuff. Yeah, they have for sure. I regret introducing my son to video games, but it keeps him out of trouble. Yeah, it does that too, for sure. I mean, if that's what they like, they can do good things with it. You know what I mean? It's just, I try. I mean, I'm a little nervous introducing him to the Switch, but I have a feeling that he won't care for it. Like, I want him to, because he wants to be able to play with his friends, and his friends all have Switches. So it's like, all right, like he's asking me about it, so let me just get it anyway. But I have a feeling he's just not going to care about it. All right, let me share my screen. So this is Kaylee Gonsalves. Watch Blacktip H. Sad he has cancer now. Oh, was that a YouTuber? That's sad. I used to watch this TikTok couple. They were so cute. Caitlin Reagan, I think her name was, or Caitlin something. And her boyfriend was this like Italian guy. I can't think of his name. But he got cancer, and they kind of like, they always did pranks on each other type deal, like funny pranks. And he got cancer, and then they kind of like kept track of his cancer journey through TikTok, and he died. And I just love them too. They're so cute, and it was really sad. And she hasn't been back on since he died, so I'm sure she's just, you know, like she doesn't feel like it's the same without him. But I was like, man, I wish she would come back on because I really liked her. Anyway, I'm gonna mute so we can play this. Hey, Linda, you're not late. We were just talking about, you know, my day and and Christmas presents and stuff like that. I haven't gotten into any case stuff yet. So you're good. No worries. All right, let me mute. And this is Kaylee Gonsalves' dad on Good Morning America doing an interview.
Sifting through hundreds of tips, thousands of pieces of evidence. Arcana Whitworth has been on this story for us. Spoke with the father now of one of the victims. Kana, good morning.
Hey, TJ, good morning. Kaylee Gonzalez's father told me they moved to this region of Idaho because it was safe. There had not been a homicide in Moscow in 7 years. And now this morning, he tells me the only thing worse than losing his daughter, her best friend, and 2 others is not knowing why or who is responsible.
This morning, students on edge at the University of Idaho as the search for the killer in that brutal quadruple homicide enters its 3rd week.
It is disconcerting that there's.
That's crazy that it's been 3 weeks already and that they don't know who this guy is. And like, what if he is like some creepy serial killer that like likes to terrorize people and is just waiting for the chance to like do it again when stuff dies down? I mean, I don't know. It seems like whoever did it either did it because they were really angry or like did it for fun and just kind of, maybe not for fun, but for like the thrill of it, you know? So, I mean, I would be on edge if I went to school there for sure. I'd be locking all my doors and everything. And it's terrifying. Thinking you can go to sleep and somebody could break in your house and do that. Oh, hell no.
Somebody out there who's done such a horrible thing and they haven't been caught.
The school posting this notice on social media Monday, writing increased security will be on site for the remainder of the semester. Steve Gonzalez, the father of one of the victims, 21-year-old Kaylee, now shedding new light on what happened that night in his first sit-down interview.
It was fast, and nobody suffered and nobody felt like that kind of pain.
2 other roommates survived on the ground floor, waking up several hours later, calling friends over when their roommates were unresponsive.
Do you know the reason why the initial concern was that?
So real quick, I've heard something along the lines of, and I don't know if this is really what happened or if it's just like rumors, but I heard that the roommates were like scared or like somebody couldn't get a hold of that, like, or I don't know, and they called Ethan's friends, was it, or that his brothers might have been there, and then one of the victims' boyfriends came over, which I'm assuming maybe Kaylee or Madison's, and they were all there, and that somebody may have passed out in the yard, and that there was a bunch of people in the yard before the police got there. I don't know if the surviving roommates are back in school. Hey, Risk. But that is freaky. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine waking up and going upstairs? Because, like, all right, I can see the unconscious thing, because what if you come upstairs and you see someone laying on the floor and they're bloody? You're going to think they got hit in the head with something, or that they whacked their head, or somebody beat them over the head with something. So you're going to call and say, you know, I don't know, they look like they've been knocked out or something like that. And that's why it would come across that way. But apparently I heard like a detailed explanation of it, and I don't know where it came from, but they seen Ethan's body and something was blocking the door to the room, possibly his or her body. Then the roommate kept passing out. Yeah, something like that. Like, it was, I don't know where it came from, but they've heard that, like, a little story about it. And then they called either his frat brothers or like his brothers, because he was a triplet. Maybe the triplets went to the same school. I don't know. Oh, she was the unconscious female. Are the Reddit rumors true? Was there an altercation at a frat party which now results in total silence from frat? An argument about drugs which explains strange late-night Venmo payments. I haven't heard that, but that would be interesting. Like, that, what Ethan would, I mean, it just, like, Ethan would be the target, or Xana? I don't know. Yeah, I think it was from Reddit, but I couldn't find it. I went looking for it, and I don't know if it was just like a theory or if it was somebody who knew someone and they were saying it, but yeah, I mean, before I end it, we can go and look on the Facebook page and see if they have dispelled any stuff. Oh yeah, there's a couple subreddits on here. I'm in a couple of them. I actually have one pulled up right now, so after we're done this video, we can go look through the subreddit if you want, because I have it up.
A roommate was passed out.
I know the girls reached out via texting and calling, so I can only assume that by the phones being ignored, knowing how my daughter is not going to ignore calls and texting.
Officials maintain the murders happened between 3 and 4 a.m. and that the first 911 call was made around noon. Just hours later, Steve was informed of his daughter's death, not by police, but by family members on campus.
Let's call Maddie. And then you realize Maddie's gone too.
Madison Mogan was Kaylee's lifelong best friend. The pair seen together in their final hours of life, laughing and ordering late night food before getting a ride home together in what Steve described as a sorority designated driver service.
You can't imagine sending your girl.
So who is the family member on campus? Are they referring to Kaylee's boyfriend, maybe? Like maybe they refer to him as family, like Jack. Maybe Jack went over there. I just can't see someone being that mad over a drug debt that they're coming to kill them. I feel like it's somebody who was like rejected, or like a drug debt just sounds crazy to me. Many have said that the Moscow murders Reddit is more moderated and cleaner. That second one is a lot of wild speculation and free for all, so it depends what you like. I kind of like the middle, you know what I mean? I like when it's moderated, and I don't like when it gets too crazy, but I do like hearing people's, like, here's my thing. It's Reddit. It's a discussion forum. Why moderate what people say if it's to discuss stuff? Like, that just drives me crazy when you have a discussion group and then people come in and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you're talking about this. How dare you do this? And blah, blah, blah. Like, it's a discussion group made to discuss theories and things like that. If you don't like it, then don't join a discussion group. Join a, like, justice for, you know, whatever group. Not a discussion group. I just feel like discussion groups should be about discussion, and you should be able to bring up what you want, unless it's totally disgusting and you're talking about, like, you know, creepy shit and like being totally disgusting, then that's one thing. But I mean, like, you should be able to discuss theories without people making you feel like shit for it, because it's a discussion group. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like in the middle. Like, as long as you're not letting people write nasty stuff about the victims or whatever, but you should be able to, like, be like, okay, you know, maybe it could be the drug angle, without people messaging and being like, how dare you victim blame and accuse them of being on drugs. Like, nobody's accusing them of being on drugs. It's just a theory. Like, Jesus. Drug devs are always saying, yeah, I feel like a knife is too much work for a drug debt. I don't know. I don't get it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, about the discussion groups, there's always that one freaking person who comes in and just, like, tries to kill a good conversation about a theory. And they're always like, you know, try and make you feel bad about it or give you some shit. And it's like, this is a discussion group. Why are you telling me what I can and can't discuss? Like, go away. I hate that shit. But yeah, like, as long, like, if somebody's coming on there and saying some nasty stuff, then that's one thing. But, like, discussing probable theories that could make sense, even though they're wild to some people, you know, let it go. Yeah, doxing and stuff like that. You shouldn't put last names. You know, do like an initial or something, and you shouldn't be, you know, I don't know. I like to know the characters, and I like to know, like, who's who and who's this and who's that. So I do like seeing pictures of people, and I do like getting the names. You don't have to share their last name or whatever, but it's hard not to go there. It's just, I'm not going to accuse anyone of being a murderer or anything, but I do like to know all, like, I am a visual type person. I like to see all the players, this person's boyfriend and who's this and who's that, just so I have an idea of, like, what is going on, or their personal life. The more you know about them, it's like victimology. That's how you find more about the cases, know more about their lives. So, but there is a fine line between, like, being disrespectful and speculating. We had that problem in Shanae Watch discussion group. She tried to stop us from talking about her. Yeah. It's like, that's frustrating, because it's like, how can you not talk about her? You know what I mean? It's a discussion group. Like, I get that people don't like hearing, people think that everything is coming negative. Like, if you brought up Thrive, and maybe it's the Thrive patches or something, people are like, oh my God, why do you have to victim blame? And it's like, no, it's like, maybe there is something there, and why can't we talk about it? But I know it's that one, that case. I hate the Watts case because of that. I just hate it. I never want to talk about Watts anymore ever again. Just because that's, like, it's just one of those cases where people get too fired up about it, and they never leave it alone. And once somebody brings it up, then it gets all reopened again. It's like, that one can go. I was into it at the time, but now I'm, like, fine with it going away. Of 10 sororities recognized by the University of Idaho, Alpha Phi and Pi Beta Phi, am I saying that right, are the only two on probation for health and safety reasons, referring to a violation regarding alcohol, drugs, or hazing. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Well, I'm sure the other sororities probably just didn't get caught yet, because I feel like that's everywhere. But, I mean, you never know.
Girl to college, and then they come back in an urn.
And now, the families of the victims growing frustrated by the lack of answers.
I haven't earned the ability to grieve the way that I want to grieve. I want to be able to have justice first.
Now, Steve says that he does plan to speak at the Candlelight vigil tomorrow. He went on to say he doesn't want the city of Moscow to fall apart over this. And TJ, in a show of solidarity, that Candlelight vigil will be held in various locations across this entire state.
All right, Kana, we thank you so much. And I want to bring in now ABC News contributor and former FBI agent Brad Garrett. The family's looking for answers, some details as they continue to trickle out, some of the new details we're hearing. What stands out to you?
Nathan, I don't think they have said who was killed first. All they've said is that there is one person who was the target, but they also killed everybody else, which makes me think that somebody upstairs was the target, because if the person downstairs was the target, why bother going upstairs and killing the two other people? So kind of feels like to me maybe they weren't 100%, like, they didn't know the house that well, and they went through a door there and realized it was a different couple, or somebody woke up and then ran in the room, and then he killed them in the room, and then he went upstairs and killed those two. Or he killed them and then came down, and one of them walked out and seen the guy, and he chased him in the room and then killed him. But, like, I just can't see somebody who was... I can't see Ethan and Xana being the target, because they were on the first floor. Like, why would you even bother to kill the people upstairs if they were the target, Hey, Melissa Jade. So, I don't know. Kaylee's dad confirmed tonight on stage that both girls died in the same bed, both Kaylee and Madison. I thought that. I I was saying that from the jump. I'm like, both of their boyfriends were away. She called Jack to come over and then had Madison call Jack to come over. So it makes me think that they were probably sleeping in the same bed. Because, you know, if I'm in college and my boyfriend's not there and my best friend since grade school's there, I'm probably going to sleep in bed with her than sleep in bed by myself. Well, I don't know. Now that I'm older, like, I would probably prefer to sleep alone. But at that age, I would probably prefer to sleep with my friend in the same bed. Like, nothing weird about it. They've been friends since they were kids. So I initially always thought that the target was somebody upstairs and whoever was sleeping in bed with them was collateral. So I think either Kaylee or Madison was the target, and one of them was collateral, obviously. And then I think downstairs was just like he walked in the wrong room, or I think that it's connected to Xana and Kaylee's job, because they both work together, and that would make sense. Like if he went to Xana's room and Ethan was there and he was collateral, and then he went to, you know, Madison's room, and or he went to go find Madison and she wasn't there, so he went in Kaylee's room and Kaylee was collateral. You know what I mean? So I always thought maybe it's somebody who is connected to their job somehow, or knew all three of them from the job, because I'm sure Kaylee was there all the time, probably picking up Madison or visiting her or whatever, or eating there, you know. Is there I thought I heard there was a reward. I just don't remember. Do we know? Yeah. So I'm not sure. I keep thinking Kaylee was too. I don't know why I go there, but like for just some reason my brain goes there. Cause she just I don't know why, but I don't really have a reason for it. I just go there, you know. I don't know why I go there, but I do. I think a lot of people are initially going to them because it's like they were the only two there without boyfriends or whatever at the time, even though they both, I mean, Kaylee was single, so I think that's why maybe people go the Kaylee angle. Kaylee wasn't even living there no more. She was just there visiting Maddie. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, then obviously, if she wasn't living there no more, then Maddie would have been the target, probably. Some on Reddit say that Molly was involved. That some people are either selling, distributing Molly on campus. Saturday's obituary was saying she was a big EDM music fan, where Molly is common. Yeah, Molly's super common in college. It's been common for a long time. It's been common since like I was in college. So I don't think the killer went to the basement. I don't think the killer bothered to go to the basement. I don't even think he went down there. I think he went in the kitchen, upstairs, and right back down and out. I really do. I don't know. I haven't seen anywhere that Kaylee had moved out. I've heard that she was moving out in December, but I didn't hear that she actually moved out.
So you have 4 people killed on 2 different floors of a house, which would certainly suggest, TJ, that somebody at least knew the basic layout of the house. Think about how long it would take to go from victim to victim, so somebody had patience. The police have described a combat-type knife. So the person apparently went there to really do what they ended up doing. So once you've eliminated, and I assume this has happened, sort of the immediate circle, college students that are around these kids, people that may have threatened one of them, stopped them, whatever. I'm not hearing anything that supports a killer in that group. So what do you have to do if there's not an immediate connection? You have to go to sort of a wider circle. You would look at, for example, maybe or maybe not somebody older. I only suggest that because this crime appears to be very focused and the person had a comfort level in the house. And so as a result, you start looking at sort of relationships that really aren't tight with these kids. See, somebody they met occasionally, somebody that may have come to the house to attend a party. Apparently, this was a big party house. And so that makes it more difficult. Less connections makes it more difficult many times to solve a crime. And you're also going to have to look, and the police have already talked about this, of similar type crimes in other parts of the country, in particular in the Northwest, which they're saying initially there is no connection, and there may not be, but you're really going to have to look at this bigger circle that I'm suggesting.
A wider circle, somebody that knew the layout, some of those details, but what type of person, and somebody could argue, what kind of monster are they looking for?
So if somebody that's done this before, I mean, TJ, people who do this kind of stuff get a big thrill out of doing it. Now, we don't know if it's that type of person, but that it could be something like that. The idea that you killed 4 people just tells me that this was sort of driven by something you intrinsically wanted to do, less so than maybe one student mad at another student.
You can only imagine the fear in that community knowing that person is still out there. Brad Garrett, we appreciate you as always.
I agree. I think the guy was a little older too. Well, I think Kaylee was moving out because she was graduating, and that's what I've heard, that she was graduating. So here's the Reddit thread. It's called Moscow Murders. Oh, by the way, here's a picture of Jack. Now, everyone said that he had black hair, but his hair is definitely still like red in the pictures. I guess that's his mom. And that's their dog. Let me go back home. According to her parents, she had already moved out. She was just there to show Maddie her new Range Rover. Oh. I have to go back and listen to the other interviews because I remember them talking about showing Maddie her new Range Rover, but I don't remember them saying she moved out. I just remember them saying, like, when she got her Range Rover, the first person she called was Maddie, saying, "You have to see this." Let me refresh and see. All right, yeah, here we go. Kaylee's dad confirms girls died in the same bed during vigil. That they were together.
And in the end, they died together in the same room, in the same bed. And it's a shame, and it hurts. But the beauty of the two always being together is something that it comforts us. It lets us know that they were with their best friends in the whole world. It's like a book. It's like some kind of terrible.
I think he was wearing like joggers with really tight, like, or maybe tights underneath joggers. Yeah, Jack seems to be like a really nice guy. I don't get any weird vibes from him at all. I mean, not that I know him, but you know what I mean? From like what I've heard, he seems like a pretty nice guy.
Chapter, but there's beauty in it. And we're going to get our justice. We're going to figure this stuff out. This community deserves that. And when I look at all you guys, there's only one way for this to get a little better, to heal a little bit. There's pain everywhere. Is you're just going to have to love each other. You guys are just going to have to hug each other. You're going to have to be a little awkward, and you're just going to have to share. And the only cure to pain is love. It's the only thing that's going to heal us. That's the only thing that's going to heal you. So all I challenge you in the next week, the next days is.
I don't know if I want to like, let me see if there's, we'll wait till the end and I can play some of that. Link to reference portion of the statement. So all right, let's say, has anyone else heard that she moved out? Because if she did move out, then they would be in Maddie's room. I think maybe they were saying she was moving out in December. She had already moved out some of her stuff, but I don't think she was like officially moved out yet. They were in Kaylee's room though. Like, I mean, unless Maddie moved over there, but because you can see where they're investigating through the window, that was her room if you like line it up with the TikToks and everything. I don't know. All right, hold on. Let me go. That's not what I want. I have a million things open. Give me a second. So Brian Enton did a couple interviews. I wonder if... So, in the vigil for... Oh, so the vigil started at 10? Kaylee Gonsalves' father spoke about his daughter's close friendship with Madison Mogen. One of the three other... In the end, they died together. He said, there's beauty in it. We're going to get our justice. What we just watched. Here's Maddie's dad.
Have this is really her only real big relationship she had in her life was with Jake, who is such a great guy, and I'm so glad that she got to just have at least a little taste of what it's like to be in love with someone. And yeah, he's just a really great guy, and they treated each other the way you're supposed to. And yeah, I was really proud to just call him my daughter's boyfriend, and maybe someday maybe they would have gotten married, you know.
So it seems like both parents really like their kids' boyfriends.
I wanted to make sure and mention Jake. She got to have this is really her only real big relationship she had in her life was with Jake, who is such a great guy, and I'm so glad that she got to...
Oh, I didn't get to see that. It was 43 seconds. So they're backing their boyfriends totally. Here's Ethan Chapin's mother.
I'm Ethan's mom. I'm here tonight with
This
my
is so
husband,
sad.
Jim, Ethan's dad, and his brother, Hunter, and his
He
sister,
looks just like
who
his
are
mom.
also vandals. I think you knew he was a triplet, and that they all go here as well. Okay.
So both of his brothers go there. I wonder if they called his brothers over.
We want to start by extending our deepest condolences to all the families impacted by this tragedy. It's hard that we are without these 4 beautiful kids with us tonight. We're here tonight because the University of Idaho is a special place for our family personally. Our triplets enrolled here together because of the small town feel, the beautiful campus, and the Greek system. Those were all mandatory must-haves when picking a school. We visited a neighboring college, no offense if there's any cougs here. And it felt big and logistically challenging to our family. However, when we arrived on this campus, parked, got out, we all agreed, yes, this school is perfect for us. It feels right. The people here were kind and welcoming when we showed up for orientation, and we knew as a family that we'd made the right choice. The circumstances that bring us here tonight, they're terrible. The hardest part, we cannot change the outcome.
She looks just like him. Here's all the cell phone lights raised by all the people in the I guess it's in the gym. I mean, I can watch. Do you guys want to watch some of it? Yeah, I figured that they probably called his brother to come over there. Have you guys seen that picture on 4chan? Hold on. I mean, I don't know. It could, but it's weird because it says on the phone, Moscow, Idaho. And then, I mean, if you guys want to watch the thing, we can stream it and watch it. It's up to you. Let me know. But let me find this picture real quick. It's like a really creepy photo. Here it is. So somebody, an anonymous poster, posted this on 4chan. And it looks to me like this, and it says Moscow, November 13th, 3:10, which should be like 3:10 in the morning. I mean, I guess they would be able to figure out if this is legit by like what she's wearing, but it looks like Kaylee's hair. I mean, I don't know if this is easily, like, people can easily edit this stuff, but it looks like a door with one of those like handles. I guess we could look on Zillow and see if they have those particular handles. I don't know why it looks dark up here though. Like, I don't know if there's a sign or a poster on the door or if it's a shadow. But it looks like somebody taking a picture from the inside though. Like through a window or like maybe on the porch. I don't know, but how creepy is that? It's weird for sure. And it's like some anonymous, they were talking about like the crime scene, and then they just oh yeah, I agree, Risk. 4chan is like one of those things where somebody like that would be on there. You know what I mean? Definitely a 4chaner. I definitely get that vibe. Do you guys want me to put the vigil on? We can watch some of it, or like we'll go to, you know, all the particular speakers. Oh, hey. Where was I? Oh, I thought I saw. That's up to you guys. I'll put it on if you want me to or not. Okay, so the police say the prosecutor. I don't know what that means. I'm just skipping this. All right, Moscow police are addressing the September 12th incident regarding an argument between a group of people walking on the University of Idaho bike path and a cyclist. Reports our cyclist displayed a folding knife. Cyclist turned himself in. Police say there is no connection to the student murders. The door hinge has 4 screws visible and no corner medicine cabinet, so it's not. Yeah, I don't know if that's even a bathroom though. Like, it doesn't look like a bathroom to me. Like, I don't know. It doesn't look like a bathroom to me. It looks like a room with a mirror in it. Look. It looks like one of those tall, skinny mirrors. You know what I'm talking about? It doesn't look like a bathroom to me. It looks like one of those tall, one of those tall, thin mirrors that people lean against the wall. That's what I see. I don't see a bathroom mirror. I mean, we can pull up the vigil. Let me see. We can go through each, like, I will.
Everywhere is you're just gonna have to love each other.
I mean, it just started, so.
President Green, come say a few words.
I just
more deeply and encouraging each other more often.
It's tragedy.
Oh, here's Ethan's mom. Here we go.
One of the hardest parts of my job as a dean of students is interacting with the families of students who have been lost. But I'm very pleased to know that several of them were able to come and join us tonight, and we're going to hear from several of them. So please, I'd like to have Stacy Chapin, Ethan's mother, join us on the stage.
This isn't at all intimidating, I must say. And I didn't write any of the funny stories that we talked about. That is service. But I would like to start by saying my name is Stacy Chapin. I'm Ethan's mom.
Oh,
I'm
that's a
here
sin.
tonight with my husband, Jim, Ethan's dad, and his brother, Hunter, and his sister, Maisie, who are also vandals. I think you knew he was a triplet, and that they all go here as well. Okay. We want to start by extending our deepest condolences.
Real quick, I wouldn't normally want to stream like a vigil, but it seems that they want this to be public and for people to see it. So I don't really have an issue with it. We've seen this part, so I'm going to fast forward just a little bit.
And it felt big and logistically challenging to our family. However, when we arrived on this campus, parked, got out, we all agreed, yes, this school is perfect for us. It feels right. The people here were kind and welcoming when we showed up for orientation, and we knew as a family that we'd made the right choice. The circumstances that bring us here tonight, they're terrible. The hardest part, we cannot change the outcome. And as a family, as a Chapin family,
Oh, I'm sure,
it's important
Nathan,
that we
for
share
sure.
Ethan's legacy and talk about the impact that he made in his young 20 years or his short 20 years. So this is where we choose to focus our energy because we are now Ethan's voice. What I want you to know is that our family is no different than probably all of your families. We sat at the dinner table when time permitted. We played games together. We traveled. We hauled our kids to every sporting event imaginable. We had cribbage tournaments, pickleball competitions, and basketball shooting contests. We surfed and spent countless hours in our boat listening to country music, which was Ethan's most favorite thing in the whole world.
I love country music
Typically,
too.
the kids did that reluctantly, I'll admit.
He sounds like a really
Our
active.
kids even got their wisdom teeth pulled together. But the most important thing is that in our family, we always had each other's backs, and we will continue to do so. And for all of the things that I've listed and the times that I haven't mentioned, we are eternally grateful that we spent so much time with him. And I want to remind you that that's the most important message that we have for you and your families, is to make sure that you spend as much time as possible with those people, because time is precious and it's something you can't get back. It's really important. This is our message to you. It is really important that all you kids and all kids across wherever, even we've told this to our own 2 kids who are still vandals, you have to put your energy back into achieving your goals. Well, Ethan tolerated school. For those of you guys who knew him really well, he tolerated school. He loved the social life.
Yeah, they hauled the cars away yesterday. How sad is that? So apparently, according to Stephanie Pagones on Twitter, I guess she's a reporter, Idaho State Police Spock's Aaron Snell tells me investigators have begun receiving crime lab results to analyze. He would not say if the results include info about any foreign DNA pulled from the scene. I know. I want to hug his mom too. Can you imagine? And the brothers, like 3 triplets. It's 2 brothers, right? How sad is that? That's so sad. Like, I'm looking now for it, Crystalline. All right, let me keep going.
Tolerated class. He understood the importance and would want all of you to continue to focus on your futures and your ambitions. Once again, I want to thank the police, the FBI, the Idaho State Patrol for their continued efforts. We're also appreciative to everyone on site with us tonight and everyone around the nation. Please continue to support all 4 of our families, and remember, please be kind. Thank you to the university for organizing this event in honor of our loved ones. We are proud Vandals. Thank you.
He looks like they look like her twin. Like the mom looks just like
I'd
them.
now like to invite Kaylee Gonzalez's father, Steve Gonzalez, to the stage.
Oh.
Just so I can let everybody know the main reason I'm up here today.
She
So
looks
that
like her
everybody
mom.
can understand what we lost. I hope to be able to make you laugh, but I'm afraid we're going to have to cry because we lost 4 beautiful souls. And the 2 that I'm up here to talk about are the ones I knew. And when I started thinking about how I was going to tell these people what their souls were like and the things that they shared with me, I started thinking that this is going to be really tough. So I did what you guys do. I Googled it. I went in and I looked for the most beautiful things in the world. I looked for some kind of inspiration. I knew I should have took creative writing a lot more serious because I was in trouble. But I came up with the 7 wonders of the world, and I seen them and I looked at them for inspiration. And I prayed to my girls and I said, "You're gonna have to help me here. I'm struggling." And they just came to me and they told me there should be another wonder in the world. I said, "All right, help me here." And they said, "It's a wonder of the relationship of a father and his daughter." I said, "All right, that is pretty wonderful."
Oh.
You start wondering the minute they put that baby in your hand, you wonder what you're going to do. And you wonder how you're going to feed them and how you're going to take care of them. And then you wonder why your wife's yelling at you because you're feeding your baby a hamburger. You know, it's like, and then you wonder,
I'm so not
how
prepared
am I
for
going to
this right now.
understand and make this the best opportunity for both of us? And you start seeing the world through the girl's eyes. And as a father, it's a little bit scary. You start seeing like the world starts having like this purple haze, and there's puppies and there's kitties and there's all these weird movies you have to watch, and they start crying all the time. But you start falling in love with this world that they built. You see this world and it changes, and you don't have pickup trucks and all these footballs. You start seeing the beauty of what they have and what makes them special. So when I was trying to see this world and I was trying to picture what my daughter would want me to say, she would want to say that she loved designer purses and brand new shoes and all these things. So that's the world as I see it now, and I never want to see it any other way. And
I'm really close to my dad too, so
one of the things is my girls,
I feel really bad.
"Don't go up there and embarrass us." And I was like, "Really? All right." And they're like, "You just can't be a Chad dad." And I'm like, "A Chad dad?" But I do think I probably do need to talk to a manager in here for these lighting conditions because it's not working. So I'm going to embarrass her a little bit, but I want everyone to know that these girls were absolutely beautiful. They've been friends since 6th grade. We both put them in a charter academy. They felt like they were being punished. 6th grade, they just found each other, and every day they did homework together. They came to our house together. They shared everything. They convinced us, they made a proposal to go to high school, to a regular high school. So then they went to high schools together. Then they started
Hi,
looking at colleges.
VH
They came here
sample.
together. They eventually get into the
VHS.
same apartment together.
Love it.
And in the end, they died together in the same room, in the same bed. And it's a shame, and it hurts. But the beauty of the two always being together is something that it comforts us. It lets us know that they were with their best friends in the whole world. And it's like a book. It's like some kind of terrible chapter, but there's beauty in it. And we're going to get our justice. We're going to figure this stuff out. This community.
At least they can find comfort in the fact that they were together when they passed, and it wasn't like I mean, regardless, of course, it's a terrifying and scary thing, but at least you know, she was with her friend, and they weren't alone, you know. And at least Xana was with her boyfriend and not alone. So I'm sure the parents can find a lot of comfort just in that alone.
When I look at all you guys, there's only one way for this to get a little better, to heal a little bit. There's pain everywhere. Is you're just gonna have to love each other. You guys are just gonna have to hug each other. You're gonna have to be a little awkward, and you're just gonna have to share. And the only cure to pain is love. It's the only thing that's gonna heal us. That's the only thing that's gonna heal you. So all I challenge you in the next week, the next days, is just go out of your way and tell someone you love them. Love the people in your room that you go back to, your apartments, your house, and that will make a difference. And that's something that they can see where they're at right now, that you change your life just a little bit and you're a little bit nicer and a little bit kinder. Thank you.
I'd now like to invite Ben Mogan, father of Maddie, to the stage.
Same. It's so terrible.
Talking, so man, I hope they don't have me.
I mean, these things take time. Can you look? I know people want instant results, but this is going to be a difficult case. It's first off, it's in a college town. There's a million reasons for motive. There's so many. They could, you know, somewhere drinking. There's a million people that it could be. There's probably hundreds of people's DNA in that house from it being a party house. They can't narrow it down because it was a party house. People they probably didn't even know have showed up to the house because that's what it's like at college. And if you have a party house and somebody walks by the house and sees a party, people just walk in. You don't even know who the hell they are. So I just feel like this is one of those things that's it's going to be really hard to narrow this down. And I think they'll get it, but I think it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of very delicate police work. And it's not one of those things where you can easily narrow this down. This is a college town. It puts so much more extra work into the investigation, in my opinion. So this Idaho case is the biggest case I've ever worked. I just wrapped up a bank robbery case in Massachusetts this week. I wrapped up a suspicious death in North Georgia. A few weeks back, I'm swamped. So, are you like are you like a cop or like an investigator? Like you're working this particular case, or?
But Maddie Mae, she was the first grandkid of any of her grandparents. She was Karen and my only child that we ever had, and so she got, you know, everything she ever did was such a big deal, and she was just such a great kid, such a perfect little baby. And so just smart and funny and beautiful. She was just nice to everybody.
Oh, a YouTube viewer. Got you. I thought you meant like people, you were actually working, like
ever since
you were
was first born. When I meet people
working on the case, I was like,
you know, tell me about yourself, or you're just trying to get to know someone. The first thing I'd say is, well, I have this daughter, and she's, you know, here's a picture of her. She's on the dean's list at college, and she works hard, and she has all these great friends in the sorority, and she's, you know, I just would tell them all about Maddie. I wouldn't even, they walk away from it like, I don't know anything about him. We know all about this little girl though. And yeah, we love going to go see live music. That's always been my
He's so uncomfortable.
And so I started taking her
so
to
bad
concerts
for him.
when she was younger, and we saw some really good shows together. I'd take her and her friends sometimes. She was all upset Mac Miller was going to come and she couldn't get tickets and it was all sold out. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I entered all these radio station contests. And like the night before it happened, I won 4 tickets and got to bring her and her friends. And they were meet and greet tickets. We got to go and meet them after the show. And that was the happiest memory I could think of that we shared together was that. And but she kept on going to shows. They'd go to Watershed, her and her friends.
What a good dad.
Yeah, she traveled to Canada to go to a music festival. She loved going to music like I did, and she always worked hard. She started getting jobs when she was just like barely even a teenager. Her mom had to.
This is
fire the
Madison
whole
Mogan's
housekeeping staff
dad
of
at
hotel
the
that she
Candlelight vigil
managed.
they're
And
having
so
in
Maddie
Idaho
and her
right now.
friends stepped up, and the next day they were all in there cleaning rooms, which is a hard job. I did that for like 2 days. I was like, nope. And but those little girls were in there cleaning all the rooms, and from then on, she always had a job. Like not all of that age of kids are all out there working all the time, but she sure was. She'd always work hard and make her own money and buy her own cars and pay for her own gas and and I wanted to, when I was up here, I wanted to make sure and mention Jake. She got to have this. It was really her only real big relationship she had in her life was with Jake, who is such a great guy, and I'm so glad that she got to just have at least a little taste of what it's like to be in love with someone.
Well, we ain't giving BHB a view.
They treat each other the way you're supposed to.
She needs to go home.
And yeah, I was really proud to just call him my daughter's boyfriend, and maybe someday maybe they would have gotten married. You know, it seemed like it at least. But I just want to thank like they said, thank all the people working on trying to figure this out, and it really means a lot. All the love and support that everyone out there is showing through this has just been amazing. I've heard from people I haven't thought about or heard.
I thought it was Xana's stepmom. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, just you see how good people can be when something terrible happens. They really make you feel loved and supported when it's important. But anyway, thanks for being here, and that's all.
Oh, this is a sin.
Xana Kernodle's family was not able to join us tonight. They are going to have a service on Friday, though, and so I thought I'd say just a few words. I did not personally know Xana, and we shared some information out as an institution a week and a half ago or so. So I'll just share a few things there. She was a junior from Post Falls, majoring in marketing and College of Business and Economics. She was a member of the...
For this stream, you want? Hold on.
Tonight. We honor Xana and share our love for her and her family during this very difficult time. What I'd now like to do is have Carla Newman Smiley, Lutheran minister here in Moscow, to join me on the stage. We're going to have a moment of silence for each of our vandals. And this is where I would ask that you turn on your electronic candles if you have them. If you're not able to do that, you can turn on your light.
Well, I didn't hear. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard me, but I said that's News Nation's link to the. Oh, Dallas, you can send it to me in Discord if you want, or. I have to look at it first before I put it up, but or I could just like read it off, and that's the link to. That the News Nation link is there. They're the ones streaming it. They do a good job. Brian Etten is with News Nation, I'm pretty sure, and he's out there doing a lot of interviews. He's actually posted a lot of them on Twitter. Corey, was that her stepmom? I'll look it up.
To turn your lights up to the right so the families up in the Lighthouse Suite can also see it. Xana Kernodle. Ethan Chapin. Kaylee Gonzalez. Madison Mogan.
We come from many places and many faith traditions, or none, but we gather as a community. And so I pray that my words of prayer tonight might translate to wherever your spirit finds home. And so we pray. Oh God, we cry out in lament and grief for the lives cut short. And we ask for comfort and consolation for the families and friends of Ethan, Kaylee, Xana, and Madison. We pray for the Vandal community as we navigate the end of a semester in the midst of our grief and uncertainty. And we pray for the whole Moscow community and beyond. Help to calm our fears and teach us to show compassion to one another. We pray for counselors and other support personnel. Provide them with care as they care for the community. We pray for law enforcement and all involved in the investigation. Give them strength, wisdom, and endurance. And when needed, a holy forgetting of what they have witnessed. We pray for answers, for justice and accountability. We pray for clarity in the midst of our uncertainty. Guard our hearts and minds from speculation and rumor, that someday we may have some answers. Until then, we entrust our uncertainty to you, loving God. And even in the midst of our grief, pain, and uncertainty, we offer thanksgiving. We lift up prayers of gratitude for area law enforcement and others who have come to the community to offer assistance. We give gratitude for the ways we have supported, loved, and continue to support one another. We give thanks for the extended Vandal community. And we give thanks for other university communities who have set down all rivalry to show solidarity with us. As we go from this place, help us heal, give us rest, and give us continued compassion for one another. And we ask that the memory of Ethan, Kaylee, Xana, and Madison, and the joy that they brought to their friends, their family, and this community be a light that dispels the shadow of these days. And so we lift up these prayers and all those we hold in our hearts. In your holy name, amen.
It ends after this. Now, I don't have any problem with anybody being on scene doing journalist work. I mean, I think that's fine. My issue is, like, for instance, when they went down the Jordan, like the protesting and like pressuring police, like this stuff takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. You know, screaming outside someone's house and causing a scene doesn't help anything, in my opinion. I just, but if they want to go there and conduct interviews and do that, I think it's fine. I think that's good journalism. I just don't think the protesting and stuff, I just don't like that. I mean, but I don't have an issue with people who disagree and who agree with them. I just don't particularly agree with the way that they handle things and stuff like that. or like trying to get people fired from their jobs, stuff like that. I just feel like they go there acting a fool and then they make others look bad. But if they want to do, go interview people and do it respectfully, then I'm fine with it. Yeah, I agree, Kelly. But I mean, I don't have any. If you like them, then you like them. Yeah, she's been respectful so far. So, I'm not gonna say anything about her now. But I didn't like what she did with the Quentin Simon case or what they did with Summer Wells case. Because I just feel like instead of going down there and doing it like professionally, they take it out of hand. You know what I mean? Idaho police appear to reverse course. Do not know if residents or any occupants. No way. Idaho police appear to reverse course. They do not know if residents or any occupants were specifically targeted. What? So now they're backtracking and saying, that's wild. That's wild. That's terrible. That pisses me off. Like, come on. That's crazy. How are you going to make a big deal out of it and say all that and get everybody all stirred up about it and now act like, that bothers me so much. That bothers me so much. Sorry, I was trying to see something real quick. Nope. All right, so there is an interview with Madison's dad. That pisses me off that they're backtracking now. Because they told everyone they have nothing to worry about, that there was a target. Now, like, why are we... Maybe the FBI feels differently, and that's why they're changing course. Maybe the FBI was like, no, it doesn't seem that way. After they did their, whatever, investigation. So they did their own investigation. Maybe they feel that... Yeah, it is creepy that the thought that the person responsible is still there and probably at all these things and, ugh. So here's Madison's dad doing an interview in like a restaurant, I guess.
It was so great. She lit up every room she'd come in, and she was just so positive and fun. And
this poor guy is
just
like
so much.
does not like being on camera. You could tell he's so nervous, and I don't blame him. He's probably a mess right now.
Going to live music concerts together, and that was kind of our thing. And I'll miss going and seeing shows with her. And yeah.
What kind of music did she like to see?
She used to like a lot of hip hop and stuff. But then she started liking country once her and Jake's her boyfriend, and he's a great guy. And
I love country music.
They started going to country music stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're here where she worked.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, this is where she worked the whole time she was in college, all 4 years. And she loved it here. She loved the food and the people. And
so he's at the Mad Greek right now.
I miss her a lot here. They've been really sweet.
Yeah, this is your first time to visit you.
It is. Yeah.
Where else have you been in town?
We just got into town just a couple hours ago, and we're staying at the Monarch. They've been really great.
Good.
Yeah.
And you plan to be at the vigil tonight. That's why you're in town. So tell me about that and what you plan to do and say.
I just they wanted someone from my side of the family to say a few words. So I'm just gonna say what some memories and what she meant and what we'll miss. And just say I'm not gonna write it out. I'm just gonna say kind of what comes. So it's from my heart,
Sure, absolutely speak from your heart. This is really the first time you're going to be speaking, right, in front of people about your daughter.
Yeah.
Because words can't even put into what you've been going through.
Yeah. It's hard to find any words for any of this. It's just no one should have to go through this.
You know I love my Red Bull. That's a good question. I hope they did, because I hope they know everyone, or they had like a sign-in sheet or something, or, you know, maybe you had to have a ticket or something. I don't know, but I hope they have something where they could tell everyone who was there. There's another one. Hold on. There's a part 2.
Tell us, you know, they're working on how many people are working on it, and that they have these leads, and that they're sending stuff in every day. So I just have to trust that they're doing as best, as good a job as they can.
I like the sugar-free ones.
Yeah, they seem like
they're really good.
They're working hard, and that's all I can hope for, you know.
Do you have any idea why this could ever happen to your precious baby?
Just no, nothing at all would ever make any sense of this.
If you could speak.
I couldn't either, Lacey, and I could not imagine either.
No, you never know how far something like this reaches, how many people it hurts, and how they're gonna have to live with this for the rest of their life. And it's something that'll never heal, you know. It's something you just would never wish on your worst enemy.
What do you want the world to know about Logan?
That she was so loved, and that she was the thing I was most proud of.
His face lights up as soon as they mention her name.
Yeah. I'm glad that the one thing about this is that a lot of people get to see how beautiful of a person that she is, and yeah, all these people have just been so supportive and great through this. So.
How do you plan to honor her memory? I haven't even thought that far.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to have the service for her and Kaylee until after this is figured out. And, but yeah, I'm just taking it one day at a time right now. I just want to say thanks to everybody.
So they're not having the service until what's figured out.
Yeah, it really means a lot.
Yeah, he just said they're not having the service yet. Oh, I was not emotionally prepared for this. Oh, so sad. As soon as she mentioned her name, as soon as they mentioned her name, he like got all excited and smiled. It's a sin. Oh, here's Xana's obituary. Look how pretty she is in this picture. Oh my goodness. Xana Kernodle of Post Falls, Idaho, sadly passed away far too soon, November 13th, 2022. Xana was born in I don't know how to say it, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, at Kootenai Health Hospital on July 5th, 2022. 2002. Wow, I feel old. Xana grew up in Post Falls and was a talented gymnast as a child. Feel old. I'll be 34 on Saturday. So I'll probably have a stream on Saturday, either Saturday or Sunday, so we can celebrate my birthday then. So make sure you have all on the bell so you can come to my birthday stream. Where was I? She grew up in Post Falls and was a talented gymnast as a child. She attended Post Falls Middle and High School, where she played volleyball, track, and soccer until she graduated in 2020. During high school, she worked at Texas Roadhouse and went to attend the University of Idaho, where she majored in marketing and was an active member of Pi Beta Phi sorority and the Vandal Solutions sales team. When she wasn't participating in these activities, she was working at her part-time job at Mad Greek Restaurant in Moscow, Idaho. So she worked with, well, thanks, Randy Man. Thanks. I hope I look younger. I don't want to look 34. Oh, my eye is all messed up because I was tearing up. And now it's like I'm seeing like a... Hold on a second. There's like something in my eye. Okay. Xana loved her dog, Shoeshine. She enjoyed EDM music, going to concerts, spending time with her friends, and going on family trips with her sister and father. When she was little, she loved spending time on her grandma and grandpa's farm and summers at the river. Xana was someone who was always loved dearly by her family, friends, and classmates. She was a very positive and outgoing person who went out of her way to make everyone feel welcome. Her desire to live life to the fullest and contagious sense of humor has made a lasting impression on those who know her. Xana was just starting to become the woman she destined to be, and the world would be a lesser place without her. Xana is survived by her father, Jeff Kernodle, her mother, Kara Northington, sister Jasmine, and brother Elijah. She also survived by aunts and uncles, Sparky and Kim Kernodle, Elaine Wilkinson, Ken and April Kernodle, Wayne Kernodle, and many cousins, Terrence Northington, Ryan Northington, Mike Northington, Huey Northington, and many other cousins. We'll miss her very much and hope that we can all carry a piece of her vibrant spirit now and for always. All are welcome to a tenda service for Xana, Ethan, Madison, and Kaylee at 11 a.m. Friday, December 2nd at Real Life Ministries in Post Falls, Idaho. Okay, here's another thing. There's apparently people are accusing this guy as being like a suspect. This guy. Okay, Allie. Thanks for coming, hon. I'm going to play. He did like an interview. Apparently, he's just really socially awkward. He's in law school. I don't know who's accusing him of what, but his name is a neighbor of the four murdered University Idaho students has denied rumors online that he may be responsible for the shocking crime and blasted the ruthless social media sleuths behind the dangerous speculation. Jeremy Reagan, a third-year law student who describes himself as socially awkward, has attracted attention on social media for publicly opining about the stabbing deaths of four friends while they slept in the small college town of Moscow. I didn't do it. I have nothing to hide. I'm willing to give DNA and fingerprints, whatever they need, and exasperated Reagan told Court TV on Tuesday. When asked what he believed, the speculation stemmed from Reagan suggested it could be his lack of composure when giving interviews. I'm naturally an awkward person, just my mannerisms, the way I talk, my natural person, just a little bit socially awkward, so I might smile at points that I shouldn't or make weird hand movements when I shouldn't. I thought that other guy was socially awkward with the longer hair who was with his girlfriend. You know what I'm talking about? Is this the same guy? He just cut his hair short or something? You know what I'm talking about? That guy was a little weird. He was like smiling the whole time. They were talking about like, I don't know. No, well, as far as I know, the one who did multiple interviews had like long red hair, unless he cut it. But the guy with the long red hair was weird. Like, he smiled. Maybe they're getting him mixed up with the other guy, because the other guy, I mean, it could be just, you know, like, so I sometimes like laugh uncomfortably or like laugh, like I'm not laughing at certain things, but it'll sound like I am. I do that sometimes, so I can't really blame it, but the guy was like, you know, like weirdly smiling while they were interviewing. But people act, yeah, maybe he got his hair cut. I have to see if I can find it. Somebody sent it to me somewhere, but the guy was like smiling for sure. I don't think this is the same guy though. Hold on.
It's him. He's done interviews. Why else would he do these if he didn't do it? He wants to be close to the crime scene. I didn't do it. I have nothing to hide. I'm willing to give DNA, fingerprints, whatever they need. But yeah, it's just upsetting being compared to a murderer when I didn't do anything.
Oh, where the hell is that at? Oh, a Russian person. I was like, ew. Just kidnapping people. There's a few interviews Brian Enton did. They're pretty short. I don't really care about the dean. I've heard him talk too many times. This is the prosecuting attorney. You want to hear this real quick, guys?
I don't know that.
Were any of the victims found outside of their beds? Like, is it possible some of the victims were not sleeping?
As far as the victims who are deceased, I can't say for sure. And that would be one of the details that the investigators would want to protect because very few people would know the exact location of the victims in that.
No way, Lynn. That's him? He is strange. When I watched the first interview, he has like really long hair. And he was with his girlfriend and they were interviewing. Well, not really, but to his shoulders. You know, that's long for a guy. And he was smiling so weird. It was strange. Like, he got his hair cut? No shit. It was strange, I will say. I mean, he could just be socially awkward, but he looks different now, like really different with his haircut. I wouldn't even have known it was him. No shit. That's weird. And he's a college student like Ted Bundy. Weird. But I mean, I'm not gonna say he's a killer. He could, like I said, I sometimes get awkward, and maybe he's just a little awkward. You know what I mean? I can't. That's what he claims. I can't really get him on that. But it was a little strange, his interview. He was like smiling really strange, and I was like, why is this guy smiling like this? They're talking about, you know. But I mean, he was on camera, so maybe he was nervous and wanted to look nice for the camera. I don't know. People act weird on camera, so that could be it.
House.
Do you know were any messages left behind in the house, like almost symbols from the killer? Because sometimes in other cases, you know, if it was like a fetish killing, they would leave something on the body or write something on the wall. Is there anything like that?
I'm not aware of anything like that.
Could drugs be involved in all of this?
I have not heard that there's any suspicion that drugs played a role in the killings.
So not like a drug deal gone bad or something like that?
I am not aware of anything like that, no.
Do you know inside the house whether the victims' doors were locked into their individual rooms?
I don't know that.
Were any of the victims found outside of their beds? Like, is it possible some of the victims were not sleeping?
As far as the victims who are deceased, I can't say for sure. And that would be one of the details that the investigators would want to protect because very few people would know the exact location of the victims in the house.
Do you know were any messages left behind in the house, like almost symbols from the killer? Because sometimes in other cases,
He does look like
you
Santa
know,
Claus,
if
doesn't he,
fetish
Nathan?
killing, they would leave something on the body or write something on the wall. Is there anything like that?
I'm not aware.
I didn't realize it restarted. Sorry. He does look like Santa, right? Perfect timing, Santa Claus. Sorry, I didn't realize I let it play over. What was I gonna say? I was thinking of something important that I wanted to say, and now it just totally I just lost it. Oh, Brian Etten. This is Brian Etten. I really like Brian Etten. My friend used to call him the silver-haired fox, but this is what I like about Brian Etten. He's respectful. He goes out there and he gets good interviews and he asks all the good questions. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't ever ask a stupid question and waste it. And I really appreciate him for that. Brian Etten is our news daddy. He's the only guy we can count on for hard-hitting questions, interviews. Yes, he took the words out of my mouth. Seriously. I love Brian Etten. I really do. I enjoy his coverage of stuff. And so he's got a bunch of stuff on his Twitter. He's up there doing a damn thing. You know what I mean? And here's another portion of it.
Can you shed any more light on that?
Hold on.
One thing that we've been told is that this was targeted. That's a one word.
He is handsome.
Targeted. Can you shed any
And
more
guys,
light on that?
if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And if you can give me a like, please, so I can get in the algorithm. And make sure you hit all on the bell because this weekend is my birthday and we'll have fun and celebrate and do something special. I don't know yet, but I'll think of something. If anyone has any fun birthday ideas, you News Daddy. From now on, Brian's new name is News Daddy. I'm just solely referring to him as News Daddy from now on. But yeah, make sure you hit the bell and you subscribe because this weekend we'll do something fun. If anyone has any suggestions, maybe we can watch in my Discord. We can watch the Casey Anthony thing. Maybe we can do it tomorrow, and then over the weekend we can talk about it. Like if we can Discord, we can watch the Casey Anthony thing. Well, it might, yeah. I think he might be in my Discord already, but I'll share it just in case anyone's not in here. Yay, bring the weed. Weed makes me panic, but all the other people who like weed can use it. It makes me just want to like hide in a corner with a blanket over my head. I've had a few times where it has it's been okay, but for the most part I usually panic. But that's my Discord link. Tomorrow maybe we can start it. Let's see. Tomorrow is Thursday. Maybe we could do like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then on Saturday night we can talk about it, or Sunday. We'll just have to come up with like a time to watch it in my Discord. Like so I'm not gonna go live tomorrow. If you guys want to watch it during the day or at night, let me know if you have any. Oh, you're in here now. Yay, there you are. I thought you were in my Discord already. I don't know why. I just saw that you commented in there. Princess Megan Else, I'm glad you're in there. Nathan gets front row seats for bringing the weed. All right, let me play this now.
With the students and some of the victims' families, they've almost been frustrated by that, not really knowing what that means.
It seems like the word targeted has had different understandings for different people who are listening, and perhaps isn't the best word to use. The bottom line is whoever's responsible for this is still at large. That can't be changed. My understanding is the investigators believe that whoever's responsible
Welcome to the community.
Was specifically looking at this particular
I appreciate
residence.
the support.
But that's all that they can offer at this point.
Can they say whether they were looking at whether the person responsible was looking at a particular individual?
I don't think they can say that at this point. They are still, that's part of the investigation, is trying to determine who might have been the target.
So how is he going to say part of it? Like, he's acting like, is there a target or is there not a target? I am frustrated. So they towed all the cars from the driveway yesterday. Most people know that already. We do not have, hold on. Oh, this is the long ones. I should have played the long ones. Oh, well. I got both of the clips, so. Oh, of course they do, Lynn. Of course they do. I can't stand Casey Anthony. And I've heard that it's already terrible. Like, I've heard that her interviews are already terrible. And that people are cringing already. Just, ugh. Blaming it on her dad, too. I don't know. I can't stand her at all. That's them towing the cars away. All right, we watched that. I'm going through all my tabs. I was trying to find that thing about the 911 call. Hold on. Prosecutor says targeted was maybe the wrong word to use. What the hell does that mean? What the hell? I can't find that 911 thing. Oh, is this it? Yeah, this is it. All right. I'll read this. This is just speculation. I have no idea if this is true or not. I don't know where this came from. Hey, Forever Trolling. Oh, forever trolling. Since you just got in here, I'm gonna share it again. I have my Discord server. We're gonna watch Casey Anthony thing tomorrow. If you want to watch with us, there is my Discord link. All right, so let me just say, I don't know where this came from. I don't know who said it. It's just speculation, but it's worth a read, I think. Yeah, it's from 4chan. It says, I have it on good authority. Cousin is a cop in a nearby town, but called in to help in Moscow once school started back up. Apparently, the investigation is looking directly at the Sigma Chi frat party Ethan and Xana attended from 8 to 9 that night. Like I said, this is pure speculation. I have no idea if this person just totally make this up. People do that weird shit. I don't know why. Somebody made a fake post by Xana, or not Xana, the Dylan Mortensen, the roommate, saying that people were bound and gagged. So just take it with a grain of salt, but it's worth a read. He did not have any update on their timeline after they left 9 to 1:45, but did say it looks like the investigation is honing in on 2 suspects from the party that night, and an update should publicly name them by the end of the week. I'm not buying that because they're saying they don't even have anything. So, oh yeah, Reddit is the bomb. See, this is why I like Reddit, because Reddit is like, yeah, Dallas. Reddit is like where the people say the things they won't say on Facebook, you know what I mean? And there's like a lot more like computer sleuths and stuff like that on Reddit, where they get a little more deep divey in Reddit. I like Reddit more than Facebook a lot of the time. Yeah, so I think that talks about this, Lynn. Hold on. Sigma has made their socials private and removed all info from Facebook going back a few years. They believe Ethan and Xana were the main targets, stemming from an argument that night. Downstairs survivors could hear 2 males rummaging through. Hey, Rye.
Hey, did you see the interview that the roommate, the neighbor across the street did?
The one where he said he's not. I think I just played it like a couple minutes
The
ago.
one where he called the police and said if they need him, he'll go down and give them a DNA sample.
Yeah, the guy Jeremy. Yeah, I just played it like a couple minutes ago.
Well, like I would, if I was in his position and the internet sleuths were coming at me, I would do the exact same thing. I have nothing to hide. I'll give my DNA.
Yeah, hopefully people leave him alone. He did have a weird reaction to being on camera, but that happens. You know what I mean? Like he was like smiling weird, and I guess it just fell off to people. But you can't accuse everyone who smiles weird in the camera as being a murderer, you know? Like, hey Ellie. But he definitely had like a weird no Josh. No. I see you backstage. No. We're talking about bad things. All right, sorry. Where was we? All right, downstairs survivors could hear 2 males rummaging through the room above them, figured it was an after party. They locked the doors and went to bed. When they discovered them in the morning, about 30 minutes before the 911 call, they called their friends at Sigma to come over, who in turn called the police. It's right across the street. For whatever reason, they believed it was people from Sigma upstairs around 2:15 that night. Back doors left open, one dead in bed, the other blocking their room's door with the body. Police just updated their Facebook to reiterate they are not looking into the activities of that night, only the murders, which to me suggests something went on. Fight, drugs, and spilled into anger later that night. And why wouldn't the police look into the activities of that night? Also, didn't want to release profile they created as it would cause undue fear in the community. Example, Greek life. More coming shortly. I don't know if I believe that. That sounds a little, no roles or Discord bot. I have a Discord bot. His name is Spike. But no, I don't have any roles in there. Well, I do. I have moderator roles.
Well, what I sent you, Kate, if I were the cops, I would look into that. See if there's a connection.
Look into what?
What I said, she's the record of Xana's mom being arrested. I would look into that. See if there's a connection somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there could be if it was like, you know, like, I don't know, like, what do you call it? Connected to like a drug thing. I don't get the vibe that it is from that, but I mean, that's definitely an angle that, you know, we could go down and just see.
At least rule it out.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's always possibility. All right, hold on. A tweet from new details confirmed to Court TV about the 911 calls for an unresponsive female on the second floor. 2 victims. Oh, we know that. I heard like a whole another thing about the 911 call, and I can't find it. What I was trying to read, I don't know where it is, but whatever. I'm not very Discord savvy for ever trolling. I know how to make moderator roles, and I have a little bot, but that's about it.
Did they say why the cars were towed yesterday?
I'm just assuming that they waited until they like looked into everything, and now they're just towing them to the police station, and they're probably further look for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna end it because it's almost at 2 hours. But yeah, guys. So tomorrow. If you're in Discord, I'll just say like what time, and then I'll make like a room where we can watch Casey Anthony thing on Peacock. I have Peacock, so I'll just put it on my computer, share it, and then we can talk about the Casey Anthony thing. Birthday this weekend. Have you watched? Oh, you watched it, right, Ryan? You watched it already?
I just got done yesterday with episode 2.
Episode 2. What do you think about it so far?
A lot of stuff that I didn't know.
Really?
Yes, there's stuff like, I'll spoil one part of it, but won't say. We find out the inmate that Casey Anthony was writing to while she was in jail.
Okay.
That's the only thing I'm going to say, is that we finally find out the inmate's name that Casey Anthony was talking to.
Oh, wow. Well, we can watch it together and chat about it. And then for my birthday this weekend, we can talk about it and just have like a little, party where we talk. Oh, here, Ellie, I'll send the link. So you download the app. It's called Discord if you don't have Discord already. And then here's a link for it that I'm sharing. You know what I'll do too, just in case? I will share my link on my community page if people need to go back and get to it. You basically download it, make an account, and it's like a little chat thing, and you just click on the link, and then you can get in Discord, and it'll be like my specific. There's like servers, like you could join a bunch of different servers. Everyone has like their own server.
I'm in so many.
Yeah, so am I. I'm in like, I probably have like 100 of them, and it like sometimes I just go deleting ones I'm never in because it's so bad.
Yeah, just about the Casey Anthony thing, there's going to be a lot of anger coming out again.
Oh yeah, I'm already
watching it.
Even did this, like I'm already pissed about it. I can't stand Casey Anthony, but yeah, we'll watch it today, tomorrow, and I guess Saturday, and either Saturday night or Sunday we could do it for my birthday. We'll talk about it and do like a live on it and chat. But I'm gonna hop off. Thank you everyone for coming. Oh, Oh no, Diane. Yeah, I'm just about to end it, but you can rewind, and we watched a little bit of the Candlelight vigil and have the parents talked and everything, and we went over a lot of different stuff. So I don't check Twitch. I get bored easily. Yeah, I don't like Twitch because it's hard. Like, I don't like how it's set up. I don't know. Even though I like the game. Also, I'm playing Grounded. If anyone has Grounded and wants to play with me, message me, email me. My email's in my About section, or message me in Discord and play with me because I need people to help me in my world. I just started playing it and I love this game.
No, you need to play Call of Duty. Like,
yeah, I suck at first-person shooter games. I'm just not good at. I don't know. Maybe I'd be good on keyboard and mouse, but I'm not good at on controller because it's just too many buttons for me. I can do keyboard and mouse, no problem, but I can't do like controller. Oh, I hate it. But I might be able to do it on keyboard and mouse. I'll have to try. But good night, everybody, and I will be back. Well, I mean, obviously, we'll be back tomorrow on Discord, and then I guess Friday and Saturday. I don't play Warzone, no. I hate Warzone, but Rye Guy probably plays it.
Yeah, I play it.
I tried one time, and I did this. Like, I was like up, down, and I was swirling on the ground, you know what I mean? And I'm better. I can play. I've played this like this ghost first-person shoot game that I was pretty good at on keyboard and mouse, but I haven't tried keyboard and mouse in Warzone. But I've been playing Grounded. So Grounded, if you guys don't know, it's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids kind of, and you're in this like backyard, and you have to navigate the backyard and find a way to make yourself big again. It's basically like the same exact thing as Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but you got to like find the thing that miniaturized you to make you big again so you can go back to the house. And there's like a whole backyard you have to explore. They got like a tree, a pond, a trash area, a deck, and you got to like get through this whole backyard and all this stuff. It's really fun. And I'm like addicted to it now. So, and you can have 4 people in your world. So people need to come play with me. Oh, here, let me share my Discord link again. Yeah, we play Phasmophobia, Ghost Watchers, Devour. I play Grounded, and I like scary games. I've played a couple other ones. Like, I like the Star Wars Lego games. I'll play them. I don't like things that are too incredibly hard with lots of buttons. I can't do it. But my hubby's a gamer, and he plays everything. I do like the easier stuff. But yeah, Saturday is my birthday. Oh, right. Forever Trolling wants to know your COD name. He's in the Rye's in the Discord.
See, yeah, I don't feel comfortable
saying it out loud.
Yeah, say it out loud.
Message him in Discord, or put it in Discord so he'll get it.
Yeah, I will.
All right. Well, good night, everyone. Bye, Rye. Thanks for coming up.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Forever Trolling. He's gonna message you in Discord and let you know. See you, everyone. Thank you. And thank you to all the new subs. Hope to see you soon. Bye.